That's Random Podcast. The show with a spin on everyday real life. Random topics that will have you like, what? With that guy, your guy, the one and only Nerdy G.
Welcome back to That's Random Podcast. Hope you guys like the new intro. Something new, bigger things, moving on. That's how we do it. Like I said, this is episode 106, and before we get started, of course, I want to give my condolences to the rapper, the man Takeoff, the way I only know him as Takeoff. Rest in peace, condolences to him and his family. Prayers up to them and what they're going through right now. I know that all they need is love and everything. It's kind of hard to wake up and feel or hear something like that and then feel what you feel automatically. I mean, my kids were talking about this at their school. My kids sent it over to me. I didn't think like, no, that can't be true. But I'm not going to harp on it. A lot of people have already done their talking. Me, personally, I just wanted to say, thank you for everything that you've given me musically. And prayers to your families and your loved ones. Hope, they get through this. I know it's going to be a tough time going through. It's never easy when you lose a loved one. So, prayers to them and much love. And with that being said, got a heavy topic today. Real heavy topic. I don't know if it's heavy for y'all, but it's kind of heavy for me. And I am going to talk about your favorite black person or not favorite black person, depending on who you are and where you stand and where you are in your life at this point in time. So, of course, if you're wondering who I'm talking about Kanye. Now, let's make this clear. The whole conversation is not about Kanye in totality, right? It's not. It's not about him directly. Can be, sort of be, you understand. But what I'm telling you guys is, or what I want to dive into is what we're seeing right before our eyes. A lot of people are focused on what he has said, the comments that he has made. To me, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all a distraction. It's all something that we're not used to. It's something that that's not tolerated in this time period, right? Back in the day, we can say these things in our home, in our privacy, our own homes. Of course, I know he went on TV, he went on interviews, he was saying this, he was saying that. Back in the day, of course, they would have never allowed those things to air. But the times that we are in now, we're going to air any and everything that gets us ratings, things that gets people to come into our platform. I'm not that. Never will be that. So if that's what you're here for and you're thinking about, hey, Nerdy's gonna, no, that's not me. The things that I say, I stand on, I believe them, and it's all fun. But nothing malicious, nothing to come here and just to get you to come here. No clickbait. Everything over here is real conversations, and it's just what that is, and that's how I plan to carry myself on my platform when I'm saying the things that I'm saying. I believe these things just as much as Kanye believes his things that he's saying. He does double back on some of the things that he's saying, and that's totally fine because people have a right they have a right to change their mind. They have a right to take back what they said. It's not a problem with that, okay? They can apologize whether you believe it or not. Remember, I just did a show, let me say it that way. I just did a show about believing a person at their word, taking a person for their word, right? That's all we can do. The bigger and broader picture here and the issue that lies in front of us is one that's being overlooked. And I want you guys to follow me, listen to me, hear my words, and I want you to give me some feedback. Give me some of your thoughts. Tell me, share some of your thoughts. I'm gonna share some of this on the social media pages. That GuyNerdy G, Nerdy's umbrella, Instagram, TikTok, and all that good old stuff. Nerdy G, 2 E's on the Facebook page. You know what it is. Don't forget the E's. How we do. Same thing every day, all day, every day, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Cool. But here we are. Kanye was a billionaire. Now Kanye's not a billionaire. Okay, cool, fine. We don't care about that. Money is money. Money come and go. The guy's talented. He's talented, and he can get that back if he chooses and he makes some of the right choices and mend some of these relationships. If you've been here for a while, you know one thing about what I speak about, and heavily it's on the relationships. Here's the thing. Kanye lost his mother, and we say Kanye lost his way. Take it off of Kanye. If you have lost a family member that was close to you, you know at some point when you lost that person, you weren't the same. A piece of you went with that person. The way that you act, the way that you move, the way that you think is not the same. And if it's in a way of where we really kind of don't understand it, or you may fall into a depression, or you may, not be all the way there, and we can identify that the people in your so-called loved ones are around you, your friends, they can identify these things and they do nothing. It's on them. It's on them. Because today we have to wrap our arms around each other more than ever. We have to wrap our arms around each other more than ever, because things like this can happen. We can spiral out of control. I'm going to tell you this. If I invite you to my house for dinner, you meet with my family, you eat with my kids, we break bread together, we laugh, we enjoy. If you see me wilding out and you see me going crazy, I expect you to reach out to me. I expect you to say, is everything okay? I expect you not to turn your back on me because of the friendship and the relationship that me and you have built. If I've let you in to be able to be with my family, then that means something. That means something big. So if that's what our relationship is, and you see me wilding, or you see me where you don't recognize me, you see the physical part of me, but you can't really truly recognize that's not the man that you know. My expectation of you is to reach out to me, because we have a relationship that's built for you not to turn your back on me when I'm going through something. That's it. I understand that these businesses are turning their backs on him. He spoke about some of his relationships in some of his interviews. He spoke about some of these things where they let him come to the crib and they've taken him up and they've treated him like family. But people, we can't keep treating each other like family and then turn our backs on one another. How does that work? You tell me how that work. I understand that we in a business partnership. I understand that we have contracts and things like that signed, or whatever the case may be. But aside of that, if you my guy, if we build a friendship outside of this partnership, or because of the partnership, and you see me wilding, instead of you turning your back on me, my expectation of you is to be there for me. Because maybe I don't know that I'm wilding. Maybe I'm unaware that I am wilding. And I'm taking this off of Kanye. Not, like I said, it's not all about Kanye. Kanye is a situation. But think about it. You yourself, if you wilding and your friends turn their backs on you and do not be there for you in your time of need, are they really your friends? Are they really your family? See, today we use that term bro and sis so loosely, right? And using that term is like, that's not your bro, because this one right here, she'll stab you in your back. This one right here, he cut throat. He might fuck your bitch. This one right here might scam you. This one you might think this is, bro, sis. Let's be real. Everybody that you meet is not your bro and you're not your sis. But if you are, and you hold that title, and it means something, when I'm going through something, the expectation is that you're there for me. Hands down. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm going to be there for you. No questions asked. I'm there for you. We can't step aside because our money is going to get funny if I keep standing next to you. I know they say it's one spoiled apple in every bunch. Is it though? If I get next to this spoiled apple, this rotten apple, whatever the case may be, is it really going to be that? Because at one point in time, this apple wasn't rotten and wasn't spoiled. Maybe I can love it back to life. Shout out to Amy Jo Crowell. If y'all don't know, she has a book called Love Back to Life. She was my teacher at one point in time. Another story, another day. But shout out to Amy Jo Crowell. We have to, if we are truly friends and call each other's family, we have to be there. We can't do that. We can't be what we not. You get what I'm saying? We can't act like we are friends, and that's not the case, and we're not. We can't act like that's my bro, that's my sis, that's my family, and we're not. We can't act like, I'll do anything for this person, and we won't. Because I know you won't. You have shown time and time again that you're not who you say you are. But why? Why are you that way? Why are you that way? It doesn't make any sense. If you're going to be true, if you're going to be who you are, be who you are. It doesn't matter what society thinks. It doesn't matter if you're going to lose money, but you're going to help a friend get back to where they need to be, or be better than where they are at that point in time of, when it's their darkest hour, their darkest days, when they're going through something, when they really need somebody to put their arms around them and love them. You see, we can have conversations. If more than one person comes to you, not in that whole intervention setting type deal, no. An intervention that just put people on guard. I come in, I see a circle of people, I don't know what the fuck's going on, I'm already flipping out. Why are we sitting in a circle? Who's about to get sacrificed? This ain't no seance. Listen, interventions work in some situations, but not all situations. So if you're going to help somebody, don't circle them. Don't put them into a corner, because once you do that, of course, they're already going to be on the defensive, and they probably have an idea of what you're trying to come at them. So no, don't do that. That's ridiculous. I'm not walking to no fucking seance. Know what the fuck y'all gonna do to me? Know what kind of Kool-Aid y'all trying to get me to drink? What y'all think I am? Who do y'all think I am? Talk to me. If I don't have the tools to communicate effectively, help me find somebody to help me communicate and get my words out there. Help me to help myself. I'm gonna do my part by trying to listen. You being there for me, you showing me love, you showing me that you truly care for me and that you're going to stand by me no matter what. Even if you gotta cut ties with me in the public, and then still be there for me behind the scenes, okay. I don't know. Like I said, I gotta take this off Kanye because I don't know if these people are that for him behind the scenes, where they're trying to help him, where they're trying to get with. I won't know those things, right, unless they're made public. But if that's a no, and nobody's doing that, then hey, back to my conversation. We can't fake it and profit off of other people and then expect that when something goes bad that they're going to be there for us, because they may not be our friends. They may not truly be our friends. Straight up. They might not be our bro. They might not be our sister. They might not be our family. But understand this right here. Nerdy G. If Nerdy G tells you, yep, if I tell you this is what it is, you breaking bread with me and my family, I've introduced you to my family, if I go through, the expectation is that you be there for me because I'm going to be there for you. That's a different type of relationship, I know. We have to learn and how to not only be better as people, but we have to learn how to identify those who aren't for us early on. So if you aren't for me early on, I need to be able to peep that. I need to be able to see that. I need to be able to look you in your eyes and say, yo, you're not really for me. So if you're not really for me, and I can identify that early on in life, what I'm going to say is, yo, this person is not coming with me and my family. I'm not going to introduce this person to my family. This person won't get to know my family. This person won't get to be in Nerdy's comfort zone. This person won't be able to be where Nerdy is when he can feel relaxed, because you're not family, you're not blood, you're not trying to have a relationship like that with me. Basically, it's a hi bye when I see you again type of relationship, and I'm fine with that. It's on me to be able to recognize that early on in our relationship. We can try to build towards a relationship like that, but if we never get there, I'm not mad. My deal is Drake said it, yo, I wish I could know what everyone wants from me from the time I meet them. I don't have to be rich to understand it. I don't have to be famous to understand it. All I have to do is be a human to understand it. It's too many things that goes on and on and on and on and on to where I can understand and I can see this. And it's just like, yo, too much deceit is going on. But there's no reason for deceit. See, when you operate in non-shade, when you operate in sunshine, you don't have to worry about those things. But if you operate in shade, understand that you're going to attract other people who are in that shade. Sorry to all the shade tree mechanics, because yeah, y'all finna catch this straight bullet. That's what it is. If you're a shade tree mechanic, you're doing shady shit, you're doing things that ain't and the customers that you get, hey, you might show up and do some work and disappear and we never ever see you again, but that's just what it is. You came, you got what you want out of me, you got your pay, and you gone. And that's the same thing, that's the same way it be with these relationships that we build with certain people. They not really here. They here to get what they can up out of you and bounce. They never have intentions to be your friend, your sis, your bro, your homie, whatever you want to call them. I use that term very seldom. What up, bro? What up, sis? Say, fam, it's all love. No. You ain't my friend. You ain't my bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't. I'm not being funny. I'm telling the truth. Here's my thing. If Kanye is having a mental breakdown in front of the world, and as a people, turn our back on him, no matter what the fuck he said. And I gotta make this very clear. If we publicly turn our back on a person who is having a mental breakdown, what does that say about us as people? If we turn our back on somebody who's having a mental breakdown in the public eye, and we do not acknowledge it, or we do not do anything about it, but what we do is we strip that person of everything that they have, or we do our best to strip them of everything that they have, and we turn our backs on them, who are we as people? Who are we as people? How far have we truly grown within the last 400 years, or hell, within the last 20 years, 30 years? Who are we as the people? What have we done? Or what message are we sending to the young people? No matter how big you may get, no matter how big you may get, no matter how famous you think you are, the moment that you start acting crazy, the moment that you start wilding out, we will leave you and take you for everything that you have and let you put the pieces together yourself. Who are we? We can't be this way, right? We can't. What are we preaching? What are we putting out there? What are we putting into the world? Hell, I had a thought the other day. I let my son watch wrestling. Roman Reigns, you finna catch this shot. Roman Reigns is a little narcissistic, okay? For those of you who don't know who Roman Reigns is, he is the current undisputed heavyweight champion of the WWE. He's been held his belt for probably about 2 years, and he runs around and he shows up to work whenever he wants to, and when he gets to work and he gets in the ring, 9 times out of 10 he's telling the people of that city to acknowledge him. He's letting you know that he is the head of the table. He's letting you know that you need to acknowledge him as your tribal chief. Everything runs through him. And I thought to myself, I said, damn, should I be letting my son watch that? I said, because the wrestling part is entertaining. The promo part, on the other hand, for me, I'm a little torn. Because I know how, at a young age, how impressionable we can be as adolescents, right? We grow up, we don't want to be the fireman. I saw Roman Reigns, I want to be Roman Reigns. I want to act like Roman Reigns. I want to embody that, and I want to show you that I'm going to be that. You rappers, oh, my biggest influence was this. What if this was your influence, and this is, Tupac was my influence, Biggie was my influence, Puffy was my influence. Which part did they influence you? Was it their work ethic? Was it the way that they did business? Or was it the image that they put out there to the world, that they portrayed to the world? What was it? You know what I'm saying? I know that's kind of tough to think about, but think about it. When we are sitting out here and we are looking at the people who influenced us in our lives, what part about that person influenced you? And what I mean by that, like I say, Puff is a businessman. Puff is about his business. But we know what his attitude is. We know what his persona is. We know the person that we see on the red carpets, the performance that he puts on. He's an entertainer, right? We don't get to really see the inner workings of how he deals and does his deal and does his business. We see the entertainer part of him, and we know that he's a businessman, and we know that he makes deals, and we know that he gets to the bag. But that image of himself that he put out there, if that's the part that I say that influenced me, you ask yourself, is that the image? Is that the image you want your kids to be influenced by? And it's different. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, there's two different things. I understand what this person has done for the culture, but not so much as the image that you put out there, right? Same thing. You take it to Future. when he went to court, oh no, I just rap and sing about that stuff. That ain't really what I do. I do fuck bitches though, but I fuck bitches. I fuck a lot of bitches. I got a lot of baby mamas. But them drugs and shit and them pills and shit, no, I don't really be doing all that shit. That's just song. I'm just singing some shit, making some entertainment shit. But that's not what the kids see. The kids see you. Yo, I'm living a fast life. I got cars, I got guns, I got money, I got bitches. They see that. One of the famous, and if they live in your raps, right? If they feel that you live in your raps, if I get caught, I'll never tell the bitch I'm sorry. What? It's a hard ass line. I agree with that in my personal life. I'm not saying that you should, but I agree with that. If you catch me cheating, I'm never telling you sorry. Simple. I get it. Shit sounds toxic. It is what it is. But do you want your kids to have that influence, right? We talk about imagery. Imagery is everything. So the images that we have and the images that we see is just that. You get what I'm saying? So the questions are asked. The questions are asked. They are put out there. All the above. It's totally up to you and what you want to do, and how you're going to see fit when things come about. I'm just nerdy. I'm bringing these things to light. When I talk about the mental health part, mental health is really big. It's been big for years. I don't want people to think that it's been a fad or whatever the case may be. No. You just can't dope these folks up and hope they go away and go back to their rooms and stare in their beds all day. No, that's not it. That's not happening. So I want you guys to understand that that's not what this is. But I'm hoping that Mr. Brother West, Kanye West, I don't know the man, never met the man, never been in the same room with the man, but I hope there is somebody out there that's close to him that's actually talking to him and getting him the help that he needs, or having the meaningful conversations with him that needs to be had. If you guys feel that he's misunderstood, then tell him, hit Nerdy. I'll sit down and ask him the questions. I don't have a problem with that. But here's the thing. I'm not going to ask the questions that you all would ask. I'm going to ask the questions that's going to make him think about himself. I'm going to ask the questions to make him to be honest with himself. Because remember, I tell you, you can lie to me all day. But the moment you start lying to yourself and you start believing that, that's all on you. And we dealing with a whole different beast. And that ain't the beast that we want to be dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? Facts. That's facts. I'm going to say it again because y'all sometimes I feel like I got to say certain things again because y'all don't hear me. Lie to me all day long, but don't lie to yourself. Because once you start believing your lie, you run into a whole different issue. And you got to live with that. Not me, because I'm going to go home. Your lie ain't going to faze me. I'm going to sleep well at nighttime. I don't know about you, but I'm going to sleep well. Nice little cool pillow. I flip that bad boy. I ain't even got to flip it over no more. You know why? I got that new technology. I'm on it. Face just stay cool all night long. But on a serious tip, that's life. We have to understand, we have to do that. We have to make sure that we are taking care of the people that we truly say we care about. If we call them brother, if we call them sis, if we call them fam, we need to make sure that those people are okay. I don't give a fuck if it messes up your bag or whatever the case may be. Now, if your bag is your only means of living, then I understand you taking a step away in the public eye, but you can still reach out to that person behind the scenes. You can still get with that person, talk to that person, make sure that person is A-okay. Y'all know I'm Nerdy G, man, and I'm not gonna sit here and keep beating the dead horse.